Oh, nice fine cup of coffee. How you doing, Wolfie? You're right. We're surfacing for another episode. You're noticing the view here. I'm a lower down. I've had this thing going with this booster kind of pedestal. I put this big comfortable music listening chair on, but it's just driving me nuts. Nothing's working great. So we're getting rid of that. Welcome everybody. This is an impromptu. I like to surface. I call it, the submarine. I got a Patreon. That's the main thrust of everything. What is that? We'll kill that one right now. I got different windows opened. Different windows open. I want to go to Patreon. There it is. This is all really just a big fancy commercial for people to join up. Patreon is $5 a month. And you can sign up and support. It's USD, right? $5. It's like 48 cents an episode. But yeah, we're having some fun. Bought some records. I got finally in the collection. I got Monster Mash, Bobby Boris Pickett. I bought the album back in '73. This, of course, is a single, one-hit wonder. He tried to do a little thing with Saint Nick, like a Christmas special. It didn't seem to work for him. It didn't take off, but the Monster Mash is legendary. Boris Karloff, Bella the Crypt Kicker 5. Gotta love the Crypt. Look at the coffee, great angle. Anyway, it's Wednesday, and I finally found a free moment to kind of come in and do a show. So we'll be around for 90 minutes or so. These things usually go for. They're impromptu, we just do what we do. Hey Mac, what's with the new? I took my little booster chair down. My little, I got this rotating thing. It's not a perfect solution. I got to figure out what to do, how to do, where to do, why to do, make it go. But anyway, it is what it is. What?
You look fine, but it's hard for you to type.
It looks fine. It's hard for I'm up late. But anyway, it's no big. I like to rock. Some like it hot. Yeah, that's a good song. That's who the hell did that? I like to rock. Some like, that's April Wine. April Wine. Hey Frank, how you doing? If God was one of us, Frank was one of us. How you doing, lad? Good to see you here on a fine Wednesday morning. Big shout out to Rob the Wax. He had a birthday a couple of days ago. He's 21, I hear, so he's going to be down at the bar. I just take it easy, young fella. It can be really rough. That 21st birthday, you get all excited, you're legal, and you can finally go down and have a beer legally. And, it can be a lot of pressure on a young boy. So anyway, we hope he does well. Anyway, Mac, how you doing in Liverpool? Liverpool in the pool. Mac's been a big help to me in my genealogy. I love genealogy, something I'm interested in. Always doing something that way. I haven't checked in on it for a little while, but I need to do that. But there's not much time. I'm having a lot of fun reading through the Bible. This is my 5th time reading through the Bible. I'm on 2 Samuel. And, if I don't do live streams like this, maybe I should, take a little more time so I can read my Bible more. But it's great. The good book, they call it a good book. And then I also bought The Spiritual Man by Watchman Nee. It was a classic. I've got The Normal Christian Life, which is kind of a classic, a Christian living kind of thing. Anyway, Watchman Nee, I'm a big fan. And so I'm working through The Spiritual Man, which is a great book. Got to have that coffee to keep us going. We had a good show last night. We had in the Patreon, we had, who we had? David Donnelly was on, Nick Fantasy. I really appreciate those guys. I appreciate this kid. I'm taking a break from video editing and hang with Rach Sue and the Nuts. Peanuts. Hello, everyone. So glad for a little taste of your vaunted early morning daily show. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's more along the lines of what I used to do, but it's just really more, it's a, kind of a, I don't know, what do you call it? Highfalutin commercial. Just, throw some money at me. Anyway, what's going on? We had AGK on last night too. We had AGK with us, so that was good. Talking about The Cure. The Cure got a new live album out based on their last album. I think it's a performance they did on YouTube, and somebody's put it to vinyl. Mm. One of the great joys of being in the vinyl community is being able to go visit people and the like. Mazzy's going to Chicago Fest, the Beatles Fest in Chicago. And I'm heading over to Victoria. Sue and I are going to go down to Victoria and we're going to visit Autophilia. This is Anthony and his lovely better half, Jan. So we're going to hang out with those kids. Ricardo Jimenez, te amo siempre. Yes, Raquel, there's Rachel's ghost baby helmet head. Anyway, there it is. So I picked up Mark Sebastian, picked up Chilliwack, Canadian band. I really like those guys. And they, what you gonna do when you're gone? What you gonna do? Opus 10. The one I like was Secret Information. It's got such a great riff, such a great vibe on it. Secret Information. It's so good. Anyway, if you don't have a Chilliwack album, that's probably the one to own. Other than the greatest hits, you can get their greatest hits, which is nice too. Chilliwack, named for the municipality of Greater Vancouver, known as Chilliwack. So there you go. Other projects, some of you may know, some of you probably don't. Many of you don't, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I got a little channel. I created a new channel that's independent of my music stuff. And I have my partner in crime there is Blake McKenzie. We do political chit chat. It's just politics, right? I have a lot of fun with it. And I'm on 12 noon Pacific over on that channel. So if you want to subscribe, I'll just drop it in the thing. What? So look at you. What are you doing here? Okay. What do we got? Oh my God, Rachel, shush. Okay, so Mike Sweeney is in the house. There's the link. You can go over there. Ghost Town Politics, we call it, right? Because I'm there and Blake's there. And we're just starting it up. Rachel, you'd like this maybe. The 5 o'clock Mike 5 as MC. I like MC. She's nice. What do you got? Let's take a look. What is this thing? Okay, want to get rid of visceral fat? I'm doing it. The truth about the Bible and early Christianity, Wes Huff, Michael Kruger. Yeah, anytime you get Wes Huff on, I'm all in. I love Wes Huff. Thank you. Yeah, Wes Huff's an ancient manuscript scholar working on his PhD, I believe. But he's a leading authority on ancient manuscripts, and he's an apologist. Apologist doesn't mean, oh, I'm sorry. In the context of biblical criticism and scholarship, it means a kind of a defense of the faith, if you will, defender of the faith. So apologetics, explain the rationale behind the belief. Ricardo Jimenez, Mike Sweeney is known for his e-bagging. E-bagging, holy smokes, that's the whole thing. You want to coin that? Make that a thing? Well, holy smokes. How's the vinyl community doing? Any news out there? Anybody doing anything? Like where's the fun happening, right? Nick Tronic, how you doing, youngster? Good to see you, kiddo. Nick Tronic is a musician, kids. He puts a lot of stuff out. He's got his own what do you call it? The Bandcamp page, so you can buy his music and support him. He's a good lad, and we appreciate Nick being here. Appreciate everybody being here, showing up. So it's nice to drop in every now and then, do a public broadcast. But my bread and butter these days is quite literally, is coming via the, what do you call it? A Patreon. That's what you call it. And speaking of that, I got to go do something here. Do this, go like this. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. There we go. Okay, that's taken care of. Taking care of business, kids, literally. Brian, how you doing? Good to see you. You're not going to hang me today, Governor. Yeah. Holy smoke. Few people will dare to do a Bruce Dern impression. Willie has come out of the closet. What the fuck's that? What do you mean? Like William, the pumping vinyl, he's come out of the closet. What's the story there? Let me know in the comments below. Mark Morris, we love Mark. I'm still trying to figure out how to spell Chilliwack. Chilliwack. Yeah, Chilliwack. What's that funny? We were talking about Milwaukee. How do the native people, the Indian pronounce? And it's like Milwaukee, Milwaukee. Because you got to do it like that. Hey, listen, nobody can stay in my bed because I'm a quarter Native American Indian. Can you imagine? And Coeur d'Alene, I got people, my great-great-grandfather out there in the Coeur d'Alene tribe out in Idaho, potato country. I'm excited. There's a lot of talk about that, the Golden Dome and stuff. We're going to talk about that in the show later today. But Canada and the United States, we're going to see what happens, right? Hopefully we can join and, it'd be great. 50th state, beautiful. I was a workshop owner. I was a workshop owner and a butter of my street, your street. Baby had a workshop owner. That's a great song by the Guess Who. It's where liberal heroes go to cry. True. That show in the afternoon. It's not, if you're more Trumpy Bear type person, you'll probably like it more. Always nice to see you, Rach. Miss your morning chats. Well, thank you, Dave. It's appreciated. It's always fun touching bases with everybody. So Beatles Fest is going to happen. Frank, Mr. Sticker Mania is going to be there. Maybe Joe Mayo coming in from New York would be great. Huh? Mazzy's going. No, Mazzy's in. You can check him up. Mazzy's going to be there. Folks, I'm working with the angles here. It's just horrible. I had this rotating thing. That is getting solved today. I got to come up with a working solution that's going to elevate my view on the world, because right now I'm just all tiny and down here. Speaking of tiny, holy smokes, folks, I'm proud to announce I got on a scale today. I'm not even proud of it because the number is horrible, like normal world. It's like grotesquely overweight. But I'm down from 309 pounds. I stepped on a scale a couple of months ago and noticed I was 309 pounds. I went, holy shit, man. I got to get this under control. Yeah, and I have high blood sugar. As Dave the Pickabar said, I got a fatty liver. He borrowed that from me. He's stealing my material. Get your own material, Dave. Fatty liver is my joke. But today I stepped on a scale, so 256. So, Sue, what is this, like 53 pounds I've managed to drop in about 2.5 months or so. Not bad. So we're going to work on it. We're getting down to my Butterfield 8 weight is what I call it. Fluffy! Fluffy! Oh, Fluffy. How you doing, Fluffers? It's good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen Fluffy for a while. Fluffy, don't be a stranger with your cute, adorable little schooling self. He goes to school and whatnot. He's just growing up and learning. Anyway, it's Fluffy. That's right, Eddie. Fluffy! Fluffy! Holy smokes. But, yeah, so we're happy about that. So we're trying to get down what I'm calling my Butterfield 8 weight. Loki calls it my Butterball 8. Good gosh, Rach, you're doing great on the weight loss. Keep it up. Attaboy, Wolfie. I sure the hell am. I was making Sue laugh last night because my shirts, of course, everything's, nice and large size. And now, I can kind of, I can wrap them all the way around, right? Yeah, kind of thing. It's goofy. And they're like little kimonos now, right? Plaid kimonos. Anyway, yeah, so it's good. And I'm working out on the bike. I got an exercise bike. In order to facilitate things there, I got my controller. And I'm playing football. I play soccer on it. I got football, American football. But the one I like to play for that game, because America, you got to have cuddles. You go for huddles, okay? You huddle. And then you get your plane. There's a lot of, okay, I think I'll go for a pass. I'll do a running play. Whatever you're going to do, it takes a while, right? Madden football. The late John Madden's passed away. God bless him. But anyway, but I'm playing the football because it's just constant movement. Ball in, ball out, ball is around. Pele, great words. Why do you think, Pele? How come you lost that one? Ball is around, right? It can go either way. Anything can happen. Late, great. Edmundo Narantes, Pele. And I saw Pele play twice in my life, live there. I remember getting the binoculars. We're up in the nosebleeds watching the football game. We're going, hey, look at that. Oh, and then my buddy goes, I can see his teeth. I go, let me see the binoculars. I want to see his teeth. Empire Stadium, daggone, Vancouver, British Columbia. I was kind of proud of myself, too. It's been many a year since I was at, what is this heresy? This heresy is Journey to Store a Rock and Roll Guitar. Norman Masloff about to appear in Chicago, his kind of town, Chicago is. So I'm like, I go to the, what do I do? I'm in Vancouver, and we're just driving at, kind of just at a place where we're at a record store or something. We're swapping amp gear. I had to get rid of my Hagel. I'll tell you about that in a bit. And so we're driving along, and we come to an intersection. I said, Empire Stadium's going to be right over there. And sure enough, we turned around the corner. We went along, and there it was, the old, and I've been there many a time. Pat was there with me. It was so great seeing Pat and Bill and hanging out. And, of course, John later in the day with John and Luann. But it's incredible. I've just been playing music, like tons of music, anything I want, but I'm doing a lot of streaming. I got I don't know if you can see it because I got to move the chair and everything, but I got a what do you call this? A name streamer, NAIM streamer. And then I got the name Super Nate 3 amplifier. And I tell you, I'm just playing music daily. Just every day I got to play it because it's so good. Everything sounds good. James Farley, the Beatles played, and yes, they did. And now, what was his name? Red? God, you get these brain farts early in the morning. Red Robinson. Red Robinson was a DJ, the PA guy. And Lennon goes, fuck off, get off the stage, we won't play, right? And he's the one in the Beatles, the complete Beatles, before Anthology, the 1982, the Beatles came up with the complete Beatles documentary, narrated by Clockwork Orange guy. It's early for me these days when I can't remember anything. McDowell, anyway, I can't even think of McDowell's first name, the actor. Clockwork Orange. Roddy?
Oh.
No. Anyway, I'll get Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm fucking McDowell. And it was so good. Yeah, first you go to the right, then you stream. Let's screw all the artists. There's the kids told me to go Qobuz. Apparently the artists get decent money out of Qobuz. They don't get it out of, they don't get their money out of, whatchamacallit? Spotify, and what's the other one? Tidal. They don't get it out of Tidal either. Spring Hill Jim, how you doing, young buck? I like your drumming on the Morrissey too, which I love. I forget the name of that too. I'm not with it here. I'm waking up. Morning, Rich. You only had the Hagel 6 months. Well, there's a story. We had 4 months. 6 months. December, we tossed it. Anyway, here's the problem. What do you call it? The DAC went out on it. It was wrong. It never went good from the beginning. Is this a retirement? Yeah, I'm retired, Chauncey. I've been retired for years, man. Oh my God. I'm a long time retiree. This allows me to fuck around like this. Anyway. So the DAC blew out on thing. Hey, Chris, how you doing? So, Bish, the DAC failed on it. Then it was never working in the first place. They sent me a replacement unit, and the DAC on that one was fucked up. Chris James, Qobuz plays the artists the best and sounds the best when they stream in high res. Yeah, I was listening to In Excess, Listen Like Thieves. Yeah, that was great. I mean, high res, everything sounds so good on this system. And it's a rock and roll system. I mean, it just rocks. It's just unbelievable. I'm waiting for my friends like Dagon, who's, in range of me, to drop by the house so I can sit him in this very chair, put him in front of these beauties, and let the music sing, man. Wolfie, I have service to yell at Rachel Chauncey. I love that. I love you, Chauncey. God, you're a neurotic cat, though, man. You're as neurotic as they come. You're right up there. I'm going to put you with Darren Crawford level of neuroticism. Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern with Chauncey. Anyway, we love Chauncey. Well, digging that coffee. So if I've got Monster Mash, I bought that in 1973, the album, and it was so good because a copy I bought up island here, and it had like the Kelly's Record Shop sleeve in it, which is fantastic. The proprietary customized inner sleeves that they used to have from the record store that I bought my records from before A&B took over the market around 78 or something. But this goes back 74. Seen Malcolm in the infamous Caligula. I never saw Caligula, but you know what's weird? I had my dad or somebody, I came in somehow, an old Playboy got in my hands and they were reviewing Caligula and they, you're going through. I read the magazine simply for the articles. Anyway, that was so crazy. Sue has upset Loki as well. Uh-oh, dog person. That's not good. Hegel's not exactly cheap. The name will last. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, but it was a full. We had to pay more. We dropped a few more. Yeah, and we got this name set up separate. Here's the thing: Loki was a great help, and the other kids. He said, separate your streamer from the amplifier because you're going to have better resale value should this point ever come for you. I'm very elderly. I can't see myself ever buying another thing. I just can't see it. I streamed the Lonnie Johnson because of Maslov, Norman. Then I bought the vinyl because I loved it so much. Streaming is good for that. Yeah, absolutely. And even Mazzy has to concede the point. The legend that is Norman Maslov. We love him. But War Eagle is in the house. Good morning, Rach. Your Stairway to Heaven behind is only 2 steps. Wow. Would have thought it was taller. Hello, Scozy. Stairway to Heaven. Yeah. Well, anyway, it is what it is. Holy smoke. I love the coffee. So Monster Mash got, Chilliwack bought, and Sue got, oh yeah. God, I couldn't even show a record. Sue got this one. Art Tatum. She's a little underwhelmed by it because this is kind of bluesy. He's a jazz piano player. But Sue wasn't that thrilled with this thing. But it was okay.
Yeah, I just need
it was okay. She needs more time with it.
Old timey.
Well, it was old timey, and Sue prefers, like, you're a hard bop. You're a bebopper. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of sexual proclivity, some people have it. Some people don't. This kid's got it in spades. We love him. Here he is, Norman Maslov.
Despite my, I can't resist. I can't resist you. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's just, I like this note. I like this music, the Ghost Sings music you have.
Yeah.
I guess by you doing the separates with the name. No, I'm not a fan of name. They're too bright for my taste. But I have friends that have it and love it. So it's a great British
also system. And then your good buddy's got a name system, but he doesn't have it synced up, so it's just not working.
Well, it works for him, and I just don't like it. And it's like everything's name except the speakers, it seems. Power conditioners and this amp and that stuff. I don't know shit. I'm the Hegel guy. I like the nice basic stuff, but I get it. We all have
Hegel's
our different.
Not basic. Hegel's a hell of an amp.
But I mean, it's just it's a no frills, I should say. It's not a sexy looking amp, I guess, but it's just powerful, that type of thing. But we all have different tastes on what we like, what we hear. I mean, you have that old right wing thing going up Canadian, so I think you want to stay in the British Empire.
No, fuck that. I'm already
that's what name is. Name is British.
Oh yeah, I know. I love their hardware. Don't get me wrong. And I'm old timey. I mean, my heart's in England. I just love the place. But, no, with the political, the environment, everything, the world, we got a global banker running this country.
Well, I'm not here to talk politics. No politics.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm talking America. Listen, man, I'm talking to my beloved United States of America. You remember, man, Grandpappy was born in Spokane. And I got all sorts of American cousins all over the place. You're one of them. And then we got my sister, for the love of God, my sister's in deep blue Colorado. Isn't that amazing? I got to get her to get me a green card somehow. Green card, John Lennon. You know, Lennon knew. Come to New York, hang on, get shot. Rochelle, we love you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
I don't think I'm a closet Republican.
He's not a closet anything. Massey's as robust as they come.
Exactly.
Not only is Massey a heterosexual, he's a confident. Okay, I'm going to stress that. He's a confident heterosexual. Okay, it's important.
Yeah, I agree with that audiophilia, but the name systems I've heard about 4 or 5 name systems, and I personally don't like the sound. Maybe bright's not always the right word. They don't appeal to me, the sound of most of their stuff. Okay.
Wow.
And I know, it's more speakers. Amplification doesn't feel, but it's for some reason. Anyway, and maybe I just haven't heard a beautifully tuned.
You gotta come. Next time you're over in like the area, we'll get you over the island. We'll sit you down here. I'll get you a martini. I know how you like them. And we'll set just one martini, and then we'll get you some beer or whatever the hell else you can have.
And no rush, none of that rush or Supertramp crap. No
rush. Okay, subdivision. Boy, did subdivision sound good on there. Holy moly. Mazzy, are you going to sell some of your Beatles in England books?
I don't have any to sell. I have like maybe 20 copies, or I have like 10. Yeah. I think I have 2 Japanese copies, 5 or 8 British copies, and then a few American copies.
Party of Massey's.
So I'm at the point where I can't really sell anymore. That's the problem I have right now. Not a problem. It's a good problem to have. We sold 40,000 of them over the
that's years. A good sale for a book. I mean, that's
for
a good job.
For an indie book like that. And then but we had 2 foreign editions and a book club.
In 2025, Massey, that would put you on the New York Times bestseller list. If you sell 40,000 books, you're going to be on the New York Times. I swear to God, it's true. Hey, Dave Pounds, I've always heard that the British make good speakers. True? I'm going to tell you true. And I'm going to tell you, who else makes great speakers and legendary or known for making great speakers? Americans. The U.S. of A.
Your Harbeth, Bowers, and Wilkins are in Abbey Road, the high ends. What's those speakers that they're the BBC speakers? I'm blanking on the name. Not
what Harbeth. The HL5s deluxe.
No, not there's Harbeth. There's the other brand that's the BBC used to use all the time.
Aviva's got them.
Yeah. No, British make great speakers. They make good gear. Yeah.
Look at this.
I think for me, the name is just a preference that I've heard, and I haven't heard some I love, but it doesn't mean, but a lot of people love them. So
that's a great comment. James Farley writes, I'm lucky I got my Massey book in 1982 in New York. You know why, Mass? Because this is when you and Dave, your buddy, David Bacon, traveling the length and breadth of the United States in England, getting high, some sort of mushroom cloud thing going on at Salisbury Plain.
No, we took hash at West Malling Airfield. We didn't.
West Malling.
We took mushrooms in San Francisco when we wrote the Stonehenge section.
Yeah, so Stonehenge is Wiltshire, but then you're over in
we didn't take any other drugs in the UK.
And so days a little high. But then you got crazy and you went through McCartney's garbage can, which I thought was a little too much. We were walking by Soho. We had gone by Soho Square a few times. That time it was the evening. And we just happened to be there, and it happened to be garbage night. Massey, the kids have got a name for you. Are they Rogers speakers?
That's not what I'm thinking about. No, what are the...
He's not thinking of Rogers.
Maybe I'm thinking of Harbeth, but no, I thought...
Oh, okay, hold on. You got to go over here. You got to subscribe to this thing.
BBC British.
Drop it in. You drop it in. So, hey, listen, Elvis, I need you over there. Wait, come over to my new channel. You got to watch it when at 12 noon Pacific, so 3 o'clock Eastern where you are.
Except for Wednesdays.
Except for Wednesdays, I do a 3 o'clock. Like today, I'm going to be on at 3 o'clock. But it's a pure politics channel, and we're having a lot of fun with it. So make sure you subscribe and head over there, Wade. Help me out, man.
Maybe I'm thinking of Harbeth's. Maybe I'm thinking of, but they're Graham speakers too. Maybe I'm thinking of Harbeth's,
Okay, so head over there. 3:00. I'm broadcasting today. Me and my partner in crime, Blake, are going to be doing a show. So Elvis got Wade. I love Wade. You got over there, buddy. Anyway, man. So when are you going to Chicago? When's Beatles Fest?
I think it's the weekend of August 7th or 8th.
Wow.
And I'm going a couple days. I'm going on Wednesday. I'm going to hang out in Chicago proper or in the city, like Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday morning, and then Friday afternoon going out. It's kind of near the airport. Is it Roseville, I think, where the Beatle Fest is? And then I'm flying home on Sunday.
So it's going to be a whirlwind weekend. You're meeting all the kids.
Maybe. We haven't set anything up yet, but I'd like to meet people on that Thursday, Wednesday night, Thursday in Chicago, dinner, martinis, record stores. But I guess people have jobs. I mean, some of them don't have day jobs, but I want to meet Vance and Emma and
Hub Tunes.
Hub Tunes, yes.
You got to be Hub Tunes.
There's a few other people.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch. Chicago's got a whole bunch.
I know the city part of Chicago because
I think all the Gunkles are most.
I used to go there for work like every year for 20 years. So
yeah, I don't know
the outer areas.
The beginning of the Newhart show, you see all the bridges. Speaking of big American cities, Boston, the great town of Boston, we lost a legend. George Wendt, sad to report, George Wendt has left us. Norm, he's gone. We miss him. He was so good in that show.
Whenever people call me Norm, I say I'm not the guy who sits at the bar at Cheers. I don't like being.
No, you've never been a Norm. You know why? Because you're okay. I'm going to say this, Massey. You're too erudite. Okay, you're erudite. And
Norman is a fucking psychopath. Norman Bates.
Well, yeah, there is that. Let's just call him Massey, okay?
Has anyone met anyone under 40 who has the name Norman? I think it's been sort of.
Hold on. There is one. John
or Marvin or Melvin or Mervin.
Oh, we got a Norman. I got a Norman for you. Canton's kid.
Yeah,
Norman, John Canton's kid. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about a rare sexuality, I'm not just talking about Massey. There's more than one. He's one of the best we have. Happy birthday to you. It's a belated birthday to you. You're 21. You can go have a beer legally and every whatnot. Happy birthday, Rob the Wax Toyo. Happy birthday, Rob. I'm excited. You're excited. New sports coat? What's going on? You got a new look. He's got a new look.
Wait, so why does it sound like you have sort of a Robitussin haze to your voice?
Yes. Isn't that right? Wider?
Are you morning drinking?
Is that?
You know what's fantastic, Rob? I got to tell you. I've been doing my Butterfield 8-way diet now. Of course, Loki calls it the Butterball 8, but I'm just dropping the pounds. I've just become a slim young thing. And Rob, next time we meet, when we hug, I want you to actually just lift me up and carry me a little bit. Oh, I think it's going to be fantastic. Massey, I want you to film it for me. Yeah.
By my math, I was carrying you for 4 years.
For 4 years, he carried me, you son of a bitch. Holy smokes. Anyway, how you doing? Are you having fun? You're out there 2 weeks, 2 times a week in the slot, right? Doing the 8:00 in the morning thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Well, okay, what happened? Trolls.
Rob's got to share us. He met Chad Kassem last night.
Oh, yeah, this is a big story.
That's big news.
Your eyes met. Was there any bubble gum involved?
Okay, so the first thing he said to me, what would be the first thing you would have said to me when you met me?
Okay.
Wow, you're tall.
Tall.
First thing he said to me, he goes, "Wow, you're taller than I thought."
So he knew who you were.
That's right. He needs to back it up a bit.
He knew who I was. There you go. Here's
Los Angeles. Holy, look at the look on his face. He's terrified.
He's got the weirdest fucking smile, but all power.
But he had 2 of his underlings with him, and I spent time talking with his publicity guy for a while.
Yeah.
So
okay, great question. Rob, did you have a steak for your birthday? What was your birthday dinner? Now, I know you've got an enlarged prostate or something, and it doesn't allow you to eat normally. So you have kind of this kind of a pulsated kind of goop that you consume. Yes.
I ate some chicken wings and watched the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Commando.
Oh, Commando's one of the classics.
I think it's the one that has the most quotable lines in it.
It has a lot.
He's always.
Are you excited about season 2 of Fubar coming in a few weeks?
No.
Okay, Rob, I got a bone of contention. Thank God you're here because I've got to challenge you. Sue and I made the mistake of watching a film a couple of days ago. It's called Stuntman. What the hell were you on? Were you on mushrooms when you watched it? What the hell have you seen?
I like that movie.
It's called The Stuntman. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Okay, Rob, I call it simply Stuntman because it's just the worst movie
Rachel,
yes.
It's not me. It was nominated for 8 Oscars, Rachel. So don't give me shit.
Rob, you know what they do with Hollywood? It's all the political. They go in and they give it to whoever they want. The good picture never wins.
Rachel, it's a good movie. I don't know. Maybe it's too woke for you. It came out in the 80s.
There's no woke in it. It's just kind of it's a surreal kind of a helicopter flying around and reminding me of the whole horrible situation with the Vietnamese kids and Vic Morrow going down or whoever,
Don't try and connect.
Rachel always changes the subject. I want to hear more about Wax's encounter with Chad Kassam.
I mean, it was pretty uneventful. He was there to pitch his shit. It was a great turnout. There were several other VC audience members there too.
Was Jason there? Jason Rojas, was he there in attendance?
Did they play some of his records?
Yeah, but to be quite frank with you, Jim doesn't like hanging out late. So we were there for 2 hours. We left before they were playing Jacob's album. Jacob Went, who self-produced and put out his own album. They were playing that.
Do you know George Went just passed away? His brother. That's serendipity.
Yeah, Rachel, go have another beer.
Did you get Chad's private number?
No, again. So I spent most of the time talking with his publicity person, who was very nice, and we exchanged information. There's a record that I talked about maybe once that I mentioned to Chad. This is a perfect record. You should try and reissue if you can. His other guy there was sort of his get 'em guy. It's his legal guy. He goes out and finds if these records are available. Yeah, he grabbed me by the throat and said, "Never talk shit again about." No, he goes out and tries and find these records if they're available. So there's and I talked about this record before. There's a Les Paul record. So Les Paul, people don't know, Les Paul was retired from the sort of late 60s into the mid 70s. He just retired. And then Chet Atkins pried him out of retirement. And I think they recorded at least 2 albums together. During that period, he went and re-recorded all his hit songs. And obviously Mary Ford had passed, so he found another woman, sounded awful lot like her. And he sold the record on TV. The story I heard that I've been trying to verify is true is that RCA cease and desist, and he had to stop selling it.
Uh-oh.
And some copies got out. I found one thrifting. It's a great sound. It's a 2 LP. And I said, his legal guy took the information and said, this is what I do. I go see if we can reissue these records. I go, it's like a perfect record for him to do.
You may get credit on an analog production.
I mean, I don't know.
I would love to see it.
They have the wherewithal to do something like that. I, at this moment, do not. So.
Yes, absolutely. No baloney, man, saloni. It all could have waited. But this is fantastic. So he's got a whole team. Massey, you've been in the business for a long time. You got a great channel. It's growing. Everything's going great. It's on my roses. Have you ever considered getting me and Rob to be your team? I could be your get 'em gal, and Rob could be your muscle. With that outfit, he could just go, listen, I'm going to rub you out. If you don't help Bowsy, lay off.
They're all the coffee. I have the coffee team of Coffee Dave and Coffee Julie and the archivist.
You've already got a team surrounding you.
Yeah.
And Rob, you've got like Jim, but he's quite tiny. I wouldn't have him as your muscle.
I'm more useful for Jim than he is for me.
Okay, what now? Hold on. This is a kind of a controversial statement. This guy's a big publisher. He's got the Record Collector News, an incredible publication, and yet you're saying that he is requiring your services, and yet he's a big publisher magnate. Huh.
So is Common Wave? Do they have a stack of Record Collector News in there?
Yeah, I mean he put some in there to that place. So tonight and tomorrow, Chad's at a place near me. I think it's the highest end audio store in all of LA. It's the Record Salon or the Audio Salon. That place, it's not as big and kind of cool looking as Common Wave. Common Wave has a great space and they utilize it really nice. But this place attracts the highest of the high end audio people in LA.
So that means you're not going.
I have to teach tonight and tomorrow, so I can't go.
Rob is
how come Chad's not doing the whole?
This insulting of Rob. Okay,
How come Chad not doing the whole West Coast tour of San Francisco and Portland and Seattle?
Who's insulting me? Who's insulting me?
Rob, can you read this great comment?
Rachel, it was Wax's birthday.
We already went over that, Eddie.
No, hold on, Eddie. Hold on. Thanks for letting me know, Eddie. I didn't occur to me.
Thank you, Eddie. Holy smokes, he's helpful. Eddie would be good on your team.
Yeah. Eddie's father.
Very good team. I love it when you can have a team. I think Rob so you got little Jim on your team, Rob. Who else do you have like you're considering on your team? Chad,
right. Don't you have Vinyl Piper on your team?
No, I have Big Ronnie, Little Ronnie, medium-sized Ronnie.
It's like, what was that thing on the Gold Newhart show?
Rachel, I don't need a team. I'm good enough on my own.
Holy smokes. That's true. You're a tall drink of water and you know your business and you're going up, you're buying records.
I picked this up yesterday.
It's one of my favorites. That's got, Danny Says is on there. Danny Says we gotta go.
Who produced this one, Rachel?
That is Phil Spector, and that's where he famously or infamously pulled the gun during those recording sessions.
No, I you know how
Johnny, I think.
I don't know how these cell phones work, but I got this album, and then I flip up a video with Johnny Ramone bashing Phil Spector.
Yeah.
He goes, fucking listen to a note for 12 hours.
Well, yeah, he was murder in the studio, but keep in mind, I mean, Spector was kind of loose in his mind, and so he kept going and playing, recording. It was just awful, right?
Hey, this will be in the auction on. I'm doing an auction.
Yeah, that's probably their biggest right there.
Yeah,
the one that put him on the, in the, what do you call it? The dictionary, whatever you want to say. Yeah, Stax Records. There you go. Sam and Dave, the big one, Soul Man. This was, if there was any hit that they did, that would be the big one.
Ironically, Common Wave pulled out. They had some old Chad records still sealed, so I bought these last night. These are old Chad Blue Note reissues.
Oh, okay. So nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you find those at?
At Common Wave. They sell record with our high-end audio equipment. They have records there.
Wow. Anything straight? Are you ever tempted to get, maybe upgrade or do something when you see stuff like that?
I wouldn't. I mean, I got that Prima Luna amp, so that changed everything. But I'm happy with what I have. Maybe speakers might be a change in the future. So. It
is Bizarre World. Every couple of weeks, Harry, I come up, I do a public live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all a big commercial just to get people over at the Patreon. $5 a pop a month. You come in and support. Have you done it already, Scoozy? Where the hell did you put it?
I just did.
Oh, she put it somewhere. Anyway, it's in there, and that's the main thing. Go support us there. Yeah, there it is. Patreon. Thanks, Sue. Rob has an average profit margin of 10% per auction sale. Muscle Beach Bum. Response, Rob?
I would delete that person, Rachel.
Okay, sorry about some beach problem. We loved you, but you gotta go. Okay, you're gone. Okay, I would love to join the panel, but I'm on the road. Harry, where the hell are you going? Are you going to Chicago to meet Massey at the Big Beatles Fest in August? Could be taking a slow road. Let's see what's going on with Harry. Where are you going?
Tractor.
Yeah.
Throwing his tractor.
How you doing, Sean? Good to see you. Welcome aboard, lad. Good to see you. Safe travels, Harry. Yeah, always, right? You want that when you're traveling around out in the boot.
Wait.
Canadian,
where is he traveling to?
Harry, where are you going? Where the hell are you going?
He's not coming up here.
Do you know where he's probably just going to a local record store? Remember, High Voltage is
too early. It's like 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, but by the time he gets, remember, he's out there in
Well, the only record store that opens early here at 9 o'clock is Easy Street. Because
I think he's traveling.
This message.
I think he's traveling to go.
He's got to get his prostate looked at. Happy belated birthday, Rob. This is coming in from Harry.
Hey, listen. I'm not a birthday guy. So
you are. You've always been the birthday boy.
And it wasn't even a big birthday. So what's the whole
always big? It's one of the biggest. 21, Rob. Let's not understate it. And here's the other thing: Christmas has always been big for you. The times he would regale us of stories of his times of being a little Jewish boy. He was the only Jewish kid with a Christmas tree.
Even my 21st birthday wasn't a big deal because I had been drinking for 6 years already.
Well, alcoholism is no laughing matter, Rob. I'll tell you that much. Whatever happened to Wound Up Flipper kid? Wound Up Flipper.
Who would that be?
Well, I don't know who the Wound Up Flipper is.
I don't even know it.
Oh, I think
William.
He's already here.
That's Flipper. I'm thinking of the dolphin.
He's in the chat with his aliases, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's happened to him? Now, is he still a celebrity in the vinyl community? I know he was working hard to achieve some sort of level of
Rachel, I'm going to type something in the private chat for you.
Because I want to know what's going on. Did you see Rojas did an Attack Massey title in his thing about people grifting in the vinyl? It was just horribly sad.
All right, listen, Rachel.
Why in an alternate universe where James Farley has a wrench? We gave him one because we're just a cheap date over here. Okay, Rob's typing in the private. We'll see what we got. PB Thal, I'm loving the new stereo I got here. It's the cat's meow. I love this stuff. Massey's not big on it, but I'm having a great time. I love this stuff. Okay, so Rob's going to leave a message. Massey, are you one for doing private messages with your friends? I know you've got a lot of channels with mostly leftist Antifa-related groups where you have communication.
You know, I do very little political stuff on my channel. I mean, people know, and I'll mention something, a one-off line within a video and when it's appropriate, but I don't do entire political videos. Or I rarely do. I think I've done a couple. Maybe.
Every now and then you got to do one, because
we did the resistance video with three of us, but that even wasn't about specifically politics. It was about political music. So we talked about Springsteen and Billy Bragg and.
Oh my God, the horrors! The absolute horrors of it all. I mean, at considerable expense.
I know. Well, I don't know. Listen, Rachel, I don't know if it's 100% true, but I would like for my birthday wish when I blow out the candle. That's what I'm.
The one.
I think I should copy and paste that and put it in the regular so everyone can read it.
Oh, this one here, the private chat. What? That's all very private.
I don't think it's very private.
Massey, you're just a rebel rouser.
Hold on.
You talk about fake shit all the time, so you never know.
I think between the two of us, you don't want to go to war with me, Maslov.
You don't want to.
It's not about you. It's
Holy so hang on there, PB Thal. We'll get you up here. Gosh, what a talent pool.
Hey, PB Thal, your friend Darko had a poll about do you have TV between your speakers, and something like 68% of Darko's viewers had TVs between their speakers. So it's not an uncommon
dedicated sound. This is what the technical setup you want, kids. Put your speakers, good sound staging. Get them towed in a little bit. Play around with the positioning of your speakers to get the ideal sound. But do not, above all things, do not put a TV in between your speakers. Rob, I know you even have a TV. But do you have
Rachel,
anything?
I have a 65-inch television set.
Rob, you've never even dared show your adoring public your 65-incher.
Rachel, unlike you,
yes,
I need my privacy. I need things to myself.
We got problems right here in Detroit. Is someone dragging my name through the mud? I sure the hell hope not. And it better not be this next guy. You know, we've got a panel filled with sexual energy. Right now, we're going to up the temperature just that much more with one of my favorites.
Hello. Greetings.
What a beautiful arriving soundtrack with you.
Do I have a soundtrack?
Yeah, it's Jeff.
Oh, is it playing?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, hang on. It's actually Jeff Beck. So hang on.
Is this one of those Friday night shows that you host?
Hey, well, hold on. I have some breaking news.
He's arriving with style.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
It sounds like Hawaiian music.
Okay, what do we got here? Well, we got the
I don't know. I pulled it. The Humming Guru Instagram.
What the hell?
They're selling some sort of.
It's a humidifier.
Is that a humidifier?
It's a humidifier.
Maybe that's like you instead of smoking a joint, that'll just fill your lungs.
I think
so. The software that controls it's having an issue. So.
PB Tal, you know a thing or two about digital reproduction. No large reflective surface dedicated music room. Agree or disagree? Response?
All right, I'll turn this off. Boom. That should solve it. That should take care of it.
I'll respond, Rachel.
Okay, Mazzy, take a look. No large reflective.
Fuck this dedicated music. You want to play music where you live, where your friends come over. That's dedicated.
The music should be off, right? The music's off now.
You're stuck in a man cave or a dedicated thing that no one wants to see. You. No windows and no light. Fuck that shit.
It's just Mazzy's just very fed up with all the criticism he's got for his big.
I don't care.
You know, it's sad. It's a gorgeous television, but if anybody's ever had the great privilege of visiting Mazzy as I have, you'll notice in the lower right-hand corner, CNN is absolutely framed and burned.
Hold on a second. Harry, I have no problem with Patrick.
Harry!
I was saying when Patrick comes in, does he always have music playing like his Friday night streams? That's all I was.
No, I just actually had it. I just actually didn't. I've like a software mixer that so I can decide what goes in my headphones and what goes to streams. Blah, blah, you know. So I just had it on the stream thing. So now it should. But it was playing a nice Jeff Beck album.
Yeah, that was a nice tune.
Okay, which one was it?
It's this one. Where is it?
Take a look. Let's see what he's got. Let's see if I got that one.
It's a Japanese pressing.
I don't have that. What are you listening to Japanese pressing? They're no good.
I know. As soon as I saw it, I'm going, oh crap, I'm going to show a Japanese pressing.
I know a guy. I know a guy, Patrick, and he says these Japanese pressings is not what they're made out to be.
But those are the only ones. So Japan released some of his records that weren't ever on vinyl. And so they had them. They did like a one-off thing, and it was get it or lose it. So,
okay, I love this, James Farley, and this is a beautiful encouragement for Patrick. That's because Patrick actually listens to the music. He's a listener of the
and I admire that about Patrick. I have no criticism about Patrick's musical knowledge or taste or audio ears.
By the way, I have a TV in between my speakers too. So
okay, full disclosure. Now, what's causing that? Is it space considerations? You're just limited in your space.
Well, I mean, it's like you have a room, right? And the TV's kind of in the center of the room, and then you can't put the speakers in front of the TV, so they have to go to the left or the right of the TV. I mean, where else you going to put them? I mean,
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case.
I mean, where else are you going to put them? And if you didn't, even if you didn't have the TV, you'd want them left and right. So they're going to be at far ends of the room.
And you can always put a curtain over.
It's a large reflective surface, and certain audiophiles. I know.
You know, Rachel's going to have all these clothes that won't fit her. They'll be too big. She can take one.
They're like, they wrap right around.
Yeah, but you could take one of those and just throw it over your TV when you're playing music if you had it in between.
I may dedicate and send them out throughout the vinyl community. And I'll autograph them. Go ahead.
Why are you having a stream anyway? Why is this stream even happening?
Oh, it's a commercial. Every 2 weeks or so, I surface and do a public broadcast.
Money.
So anyone can watch this one? Fuck, I wouldn't have come up if that was the case. So.
Phoebe Tall, you're a much beloved member, a good star of the vital community. People love you. Rob, let's.
I realize people love me, but that doesn't mean I love them. You know.
They love you,
Rachel,
love them just
I
like
want to
you
praise
love
what I love about Patrick's sense of humor. You never see it coming. I mean, Rob and I just throw shit out all the time. He might be talking about some serious, wankerism about this mastering engineer and Pyros and the dead wax, and all of a sudden he'll say some kind of very funny thing. You don't know it's coming, and it knocks you down. I like that.
So, are you gonna like hang out with me, Rob, when I come down to LA in a week and a half or so?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm here. I'm usually free, so.
No.
I mean, this weekend is the OC fair on Sunday.
Yeah.
But you'll be here for the flea market.
Yeah, Pasadena. So yeah.
But
I'll get there. I'll get there Friday afternoon.
Where are you staying at?
I haven't decided yet, so I need to do that today.
Okay. I think Saturday. I mean, there's that one store I wanted to take you to, so there's plenty of places to go. You'll find.
Now, where does Patrick sit in the tall thing? Is he tiny like Jim, or
no, he's Patrick's tall.
Taller than
I'm like 6 foot.
Yeah, he's taller than I'm 5'11", so Patrick's 6 or 6'1". What do you say, 6?
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, you seem taller than 6.
I'm taller than
Rachel. Chad's legal dude. He's like 6'8". He was taller.
Really? So even taller than you, legal.
Patrick looks taller because of his ponytail, I think.
Now the funny thing is to watch Rob and Jim come into a room together. Like I was waiting at a restaurant, watching them walk in together is like.
Hold on. Here's a funny thing.
Okay, here we go.
So Jim's wife is a good laugher. I don't think she thinks I'm the funniest person ever, but she goes, "Why did you guys leave early?" And I said, I got tired of Jim sitting on my shoulders so he could see. There were too many
For
people.
those of you who just tuned in, this was last night.
Look at Cassim. Look at the expression. Is that a smile?
Do I really have to talk?
He looks like that cartoon that frog that used to go, "Hello, my baby." Hello,
well, I'll tell you that, Rachel. I walked in.
Yeah.
First, Jim greeted him. Hey, Chad. Blah blah blah. I walked in. He turns and looks at me and goes, "Wow, you're much taller than I thought."
Said maybe I should rethink. Maybe I should rethink.
I actually take him out. I need a tall accountant.
I felt bad because I said that to Fremer when I first met Fremer. I said, "God, you're shorter than I thought you'd be." It's like Fremer's a short guy.
I would love to see this Halloween Rob and Jim go out as Mr. Rourke and Tattoo. I think that would be fantastic if you got the white suit.
Hold on, Rachel.
Yeah. Than I thought.
Jim does have a tendency to scream out the plane all the time.
The plane, as you're driving down the road, you go, the plane.
Hey, Rachel, the great thing about hanging out around where Jim lives, and I've said this before.
He's in a valley.
Right, yeah, but they're wild peacocks all around his neighborhood. Look at that one.
Yeah, they're fantastic. If you get one with the tail fanned out, that's when you get the color shot, But
his neighborhood's pretty interesting. It's definitely.
I mean, it's zoned for horses and stuff. You drive down, you see a mound of horse shit, and Jim always goes, "I pay $100. You pay $100 a year, and your horse can shit anywhere."
He does. Dave Pounds, you nailed it. Chad Cassim's got the look of fear and horror on his face, and I believe Rob put the fear of God in.
Yeah, and Dave Pounds, I'm willing to have that face put on your face.
Look out, Dave! You don't want to be. It's like that. It's a very nervous smile that Chad
I'm waiting for the wax to show up at one of these audio things. And he has one of those Mission Impossible Chad Cassim masks.
Oh, that would be fantastic. That was Rob all along.
It was funny. It was funny because there's this dude, Christopher, who's a very nice dude, and I've met him before, and he goes, "I watch your show." He met Chad, and he was like shaky. Like Chad was a god to some of these people there.
Oh shit!
So you went home like for after the peace thing with Chad. Did you like get out some lipstick like Steve Buscemi? And
I went like this. Actually, I went like this. I have a list right off the side here. People who will be killed, and I just crossed Chad's name off.
Let me ask you this. No, you should have done, seriously. You should have brought your Bill Evans box to get signed by Chad.
Oh, totally.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
listen.
Yeah.
Mazzy, don't confuse me with Dr. Robert.
And you can and you can do the Dr. Robert style. All 11 LPs.
I picked up. So Chad didn't have. They had a ton. Actually, there were some of the Marley boxes that were there that are hard to find. But I think it was Common Wave had all the stock. Chad didn't bring the stuff. But these are from 2010 or something, and these were there sealed, nice 45 RPM.
Those acoustic?
They're numbered. Yeah, they're numbered.
Yeah.
Rachel, I have some bad news. Rachel, I think I'm going to sell at a record show for the first time in forever, and I think I might sell the Queen try to sell the Queen box set.
Are you kidding me? This is going to be a travesty. That is your beloved Queen box set. You've championed it for years. You love the colored vinyl. It's your favorite.
Is it out of print?
What could possibly doing it?
I think it's out of print, but I just don't like it. So I'm going to try to get rid of. I'm going to try to get rid of some box sets.
I could get you twice the price on my Whatnot.
Probably could.
Yeah.
So, how many people did you have at your Whatnot?
I did 2 Whatnots now, and I've had between 150 and 220.
That's good.
See, even In Groove Mike doesn't get that many. He only had. I was surprised he only had like 50 or 60 of his.
But I only had. I don't know how many.
I
couldn't tell how many people are not voting, but I would say 40 to 50% are new people that don't watch my channel that just do the Whatnot thing. So there's a whole new audience that I got. And
I'm trying to figure out how to expand my reach without having to resort to that. So
here's my thought on the Whatnot thing. You have to be like the In Groove and Noble Records to make that thing work,
or be patient to build an audience.
I think to build an audience will take too long, and you don't want to see the problem is, let's say you go with records you don't care how much you sell them for, then people are going to label you the guy who sells budget records. You have to come out with big stuff, but how long is it going to take till you get that kind of audience?
Yeah, it might take a while.
To be fair to the
I try to have the common stuff, and I also try to have like not so common stuff. Then I try to have a few big items, every time.
Green box.
Well, like Esky knows, Amy started about 2 years ago and Whatnot, and she doesn't have any YouTube presence. She started, and she's a young woman in her 30s and stuff, and she
has that going for her. She's a good-looking lady, so people are going to go watch her anyway.
Her defense, she finds good stuff, and that's her thing now. But she has now 10,000 followers on Whatnot. Okay, she gets between 100 and 250 people watching most shows. She does like 4 or 5 shows a week, and about 6 months ago, she left her job as a librarian up north, and now it's full time. So she makes a living at it, but she built it over 2 years, and she goes out. She's at every record show. She goes to stores. She sometimes buys collections, and so she sells a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of work. But that's her full time gig now.
Yeah, but it took her a while to build up, and
yeah.
Here's the thing for her. She did it during the infancy of Whatnot. You know what I mean?
Sure.
When she wasn't competing. How many vinyl sellers are there?
I don't know. You can follow a genre.
There's a few.
To be fair to Mike, I think when anyone does their night auctions, it's not the same audience as you would get on a weekend, like when Mazzy did it on Saturday.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying Whatnot out, but to me, it would go against why I do auctions. I do it.
Yeah, I don't want to alienate the people that come. I
do it for fun, to replenish, to go buy more records. Whatnot is a different animal.
It is.
I like the fact that I know all the people that are buying records from me on
understand
YouTube.
That.
So I like that aspect of it.
For me, the lazy side is after the fact when you're packing, because everything's done for you. You just print out the label with the postage and you put it on there.
Hey,
a little more
But the problem is that I can only sell like Santana's first album X amount of times with the same people that are watching your auction.
Well, okay, Patrick, can I? So someone told me this. This is the negative side of Whatnot. There was a drunk guy who had a killer ass collection, and he went up there and he was pulling out killer records, and there were 8 guys there who made a pact. Let's go in order, each get our turn. The person I know who went there and started bidding, they go, "Hey guy, we have things going on here like this," and he goes, "Fuck you, there's no rules here." But they were like manipulating this drunk seller, and
yeah,
I'm not a metaphysical guy, but I believe negative things come back.
Karma. You're a karma guy.
Yeah. I mean,
karma.
But I bought something off Whatnot and I got it and it was like pretty beat up, and I'm like going, so I don't know how. I mean, I look at some of the stuff these guys are selling, and I'm like going, shit, man.
Well, see, that's absolutely right.
Comment.
It really depends on
Speedo can sling platters like hotcakes on Whatnot.
Like in my case, I'm weeding out my own collection, so I know the quality of it. I keep my records pretty clean, like when my doubles and triples. And
but Mazzy, that has nothing to do with the success you're having. You have a large following.
Absolutely.
That you can into.
My YouTube thing has definitely it made it easier.
You are a celebrity. Sean Ono tweets on the old X platform about you frequently say, "I wonder if Massey will get my dad's latest record."
No, he doesn't. He never says that ever.
He's always talking about you. You're a big star. Things are going great. 3 o'clock later today, for you political-minded types, you got to be kind of more conservative, though. Got to be Trumpy Bear people. Head over and watch that 3 o'clock. It'll be a lot of fun. There is a great reaction from PB Thel to wearing the sling thong dong for the whole package. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's PB. Hey, speaking of stuff
the closest Speedo picture, actually, I could get you a Speedo pic when I was like 8 or 9 on the swim team and a picture in the newspaper. But yeah, that's.
Now, was that before or after your Zoom appearance?
That was way before the Zoom appearance. That was when I think it was like 7 or 8, like when the first time I picture in the paper.
I have to go deal with some laundry issues.
All right. Is that what they're calling it these days, Rob?
Did you make a poo-poo? Did you make a poo-poo?
No, I have clothes in the washer I need to take out and put in the dryer.
I thought you made a poo-poo.
He reminds me, I could have gone poo-poo. The whole thing, he reminds me of, what's his name, John Wick. Rob's a lot like John Wick. He goes to the closet and it's the same suit, but multiplied. I wonder how many tracksuits the boys got. Massey, ever tempted to get into the Italian mob or the Ukrainian kind of gangster look like Rob's rocking?
Well, no, that's not.
Not a temptation.
I'm not that. I would have the John Wick look with the sport coat and the tie and the. Yes, I would do that, or the James Bond, or the,
what would actually half-ass decent if they put a little effort into it? PB Tom. Yeah, he's always so casual with his ball cap and his ponytail. But if he put on, you could help him get into a nice hat, man. So he'd wear a nice.
What's funny is people sit there and say, people say, because I've always worn a hat, but I'm like going, if you want to see that, I went to Massey's party without a hat. I mean, if I go out, I don't wear a hat like if I'm going out to dinner or stuff like that.
Patrick was, it's funny. A lot of these wankers and the record things, they never dress not that. Patrick was very well. Can I use the word coiffed? Is that the right word?
Oh.
He was nicely dressed. He was nicely groomed, and he brought literally his own set of 4 specially designed beer glasses for the bottle that he left with me for the special bottles of beer that
you don't take that shit home with you. It's like,
well, believe me, I know people that do.
It's like
you bring a bottle to someone's house, you don't grab it and walk out with it.
Yeah, we had that discussion, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, you got to leave it there at the house. That's the price.
Some people don't.
Yeah. I can see if you're a buddy and you're doing a whiskey and it's a one-on-one, you're just doing something. But when you go to a party, you leave the fucking bottle.
You leave the bottle.
Even if it's not open yet.
Actually, I rode to the party with Harry, and I was really high when I left the party because I hung out on the porch, man, with freaking Coffee Dave and those guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man!
Coffee Dave and Coffee Julie,
me and Poetry on Plastic, we were freaking lit up.
Contact
like,
High.
Now, was
God,
that
man.
like it was a contact high that you got?
No, I was partaking. There was no contact high.
No wonder
involved.
you were,
No,
banging.
See, I wasn't
No.
out there much because I'm not into the drug scene. So
yeah, so
Attaboy, Massey. Keep it clean, kid. You're going to do good. And this is why you're at your ripe old age. And
yes,
still
Angelo, I get free beer glasses too.
yeah, Michael looked over at me and says, "Man, this is some good pot."
Oh,
Well, I forgot. But Patrick, I did have that was great beer. I forgot what it was now. What
La
beer
Fine du Monde is what it was. Fine
La
du
Fine
Monde.
du Monde. See, he's as pretentious as I am, only with beer. So okay.
Yeah.
So I know what kind of cologne did Patrick sport when you met him?
I didn't wear any cologne.
I don't know.
Well, it's something you might consider trying. I suspect, Patrick, if I
wasn't trying to get laid. I was going to a party.
No, well,
Yeah,
come on. If you're going to a party, try and get at least make an effort to get laid. But I suspect you would take a likening to Brute.
No, I was more of a when I did wear cologne, it was more of an obsession. I think I wore that was the last thing cologne I bought like ages ago. So
you didn't get into polo for men?
No, I went into polo.
Or
John, what is that? What was that? Cabane, whatever the fuck his name was, like Paco Cabane, Dabani, whatever the fuck.
Barry, where the hell you been? It's good to see you, Barry. Dr. Winston Boogie, all the way from Newcastle, England. He's a George boy.
If someone's from England, they're gonna get noticed. That's for sure.
Here he goes. That was a great night, PB Thal. That was a great night. Hey, Stone PB Thal.
Until the couch got burned, but yeah.
Shake and bake. Holy smokes! The
couch went up in flames. Like
some of those trolls are like. There was another video that I was on a guest set on, not Westman, but one other one, and one of those trolls already was on that thing, like bitching about me. I think it was on the pub thing, the pub crawl with John and Headley recently with Vinyl Richie, and Vinyl Richie and I were on it, and he just like commented there too, that one person, but I won't mention the name.
So you're going to be heading up to Seattle way? Is that what's going to happen, PB?
No, I'm going to San Diego next week.
Okay. Are you going to go see the beautiful zoo or the little marine world where the little fish and stuff?
No, I'm going for work, so I'll probably hang out with my coworker, and then Friday.
Yeah.
I go down there Wednesday, and then Friday I'm going to drive to LA. I'm going to get a car and drive to LA, and then probably maybe Friday evening, and then Saturday I'll hang out with probably Jim, Rob, or both, and then Sunday we'll go to the Pasadena record flea market.
Yeah, I think I'm envious all you cats because you're in these big cities. There's access to so much in the music industry: stereo shows, hi-fi, record shops, celebrities. You could see Angelina Jolie walk by.
I mean, LA is definitely a target-rich environment. I mean, that is. I mean, it's like if I lived there, I would just be going to garage sales, but to garage sales, to garage sales, to garage sales, to garage sales. Like,
yeah. What about estate sales? Are you one for the dead?
I don't go to I mean, if I see one when I'm driving, I'll just go check in like randomly. But I'm not one of those people that'll wait in line for hours to go to an estate sale.
I find them very tense because you're in there. I'm so sorry that Cecilia's gone. Is this Paul Simon record available? It does seem so. How was
when you're going to go pay the person, it's like going, I remember listening to Grandma play this, and they get all teary-eyed, and you're like,
"This is their favorite."
It's an RL Zep 2, bitch. Give me the fucking record, okay?
That's Zeppelin, and it's got the blue little label on it. That's highly desired. Yeah. Rach, how's your hi-fi system? Okay, well, Angelo, if you've been missing the story, we had to send the Hagel back. The DAC blew on two of them.
It was blowing.
Well, it was blowing. It came out of the factory, FUBAR.
So the second one didn't have the
second one was FUBAR.
They couldn't even get it going at the store.
The guy, we went to Hi-Fi Center, appointment only, to go to this store. It's not like walking into Best Buy where you go, hey, guy, are you free for a minute? You got to make an appointment with these guys, and then they have the rooms and the whole shebang.
What kind of response about? Did they say anything about the Hagel, the DAC thing? Has that experienced?
I suspect
they're supposed to be fixing it.
I
or checking it
suspect.
this week.
Yeah, I
And then
suspect that the chip problem was out of the factory in China, and when they did the due diligence, maybe they weren't checking it the way they should. And so it was a big fail, and we just got a little gun shy from it all. Then talking to PB Thal, Loki, and some of the other kids, they're saying, don't go all in integrated. Break them down. Get an amp, then get a separate DAC. The DAC's going to be obsolete in a week anyway. So just go with and so we went, okay, that makes sense. So we invested in the name game, NAIM, British company, made in England. Plugged it in, played immediately. No problems whatsoever. So it was really good. Question from Harry for Patrick. Are you going to Tijuana?
No.
Tijuana?
I stay away from border towns generally. So
I didn't even know about Mazzy and Richie having a pub crawl. That sounds like a hoot. It would be a hoot.
Well, we're with John 6 Inch and Headley.
Yeah.
It was like 2 days ago. It posted. I think we recorded it about a week ago.
Barry, take care. We love you. Thanks for dropping by. Even
Vinyl Richie was in Seattle?
No, it was a Zoom like this.
Oh, okay.
I've never met Vinyl Richie in person.
I wonder if he's hard to get a hold of.
Well, he's in Bakersfield. He used to spend a lot of time in LA, and even when I went to LA last year or early this year,
I almost met him in Bakersfield.
I invited him, but he couldn't make it. I'd like to meet him.
I'd hang out with
Oh
Richie.
yeah. I like
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, $5 a month, comes out like 48 cents a show. We do about 3 shows a week. We have a lot of fun. So if you're not signed up with that, we'd appreciate your patronage. Become a patron, support the program. You can just use your PayPal and away you go.
So I will say something about Richie that maybe people don't know, and I don't think I'm betraying any confidence. When I was like in New Zealand, and then when I got sick, he actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, are you okay?" So he may be a little bit acerbic, and kind of a prickly guy on a live stream or on his YouTube channel, but he's actually just he's a really very nice guy. Conscientious person,
Absolutely. Him and I text each other. He's a really nice guy, and I always joke that I think I bring him down and I destroy his cred hanging out with me because but he's great, and
what happened? Like why him and Rob? Why did they fall out like so badly?
I don't even want to say my opinion.
Why did that happen? Like
because
Richie is so nice, and I just don't understand what.
Well, Richie will just say something, and that's fine, and Rob will just say something, and I think it takes. I think it takes two. I think it takes two in that case.
Do I get a word in edgewise?
No.
Hold on.
No.
I think we've answered the question, Rob. Thank you.
Actually, hold on. It's easy as this. If I say Vinyl Richie's a dick, it's right here directly me saying he's a dick. Yes. Vinyl Richie has a habit of going anywhere he can to bash me, which I don't. I don't go anywhere to bash Vinyl Richie. Yes. If I have a sense of how he acts, I'll say it here. That dude freely goes where people bash me and participates.
But he goes everywhere. Like I said, I got a picture of him on a Vinyl Guru live stream with him and Procat and man.
But if people are bashing me, he will go there either in the chat or directly on screen to bash me.
Well, let's be honest, Rob. Is there any place on YouTube that people don't bash you?
We're talking about Vinyl Richie.
Yeah,
we're not talking about everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a big target on your back.
But the difference is exactly that. So that's my attitude towards him. He freely likes to bash me. Then when confronted about it, he goes, "Oh, I don't bash you."
So he does do it like that.
I mean, okay. So what kind of conclusion am I supposed to make from that?
Hold on. So you're in LA. How far away is Bakersfield? Like an hour's drive? What is that?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Depending on traffic, yeah. Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. So Well, what let's get Richie and you hanging out.
No. I mean, I have better things to do with my time than to hang out.
Okay, that's the kind of thing that's going to retard. And I hate
but Rachel,
your relationship, I think, is going to be a beautiful.
Maybe we should do a vinyl community.
John, I hope to see you in LA. I hope to see you.
I didn't bring up vinyl, Richie. You did. So there you go.
Or because I'm so curious about relationships, I'm hearing PB Thal say he's a sweet little doll.
Hey, Rachel,
I understand. The salt of the earth. And that one of our panelists has had a problem, and I just couldn't figure it out.
Rachel, I understand there's a youth wandering across the plains of the U.S.
Yes.
And he needs some guidance. Maybe he can hook up with that youth.
If he shows up, if the youth is able to connect with Vinyl Richie, it'd be fantastic.
Two youths.
Joel goes, Vinyl Richie has a, quote, very selective memory. It's known as a selective memory. It could be he's just getting old. He's an old beer meister. And, it just could be catching up.
He worked in the brewery business for decades.
So I have a question, Rachel. Why are there... This is a public stream, right?
Yeah.
Don't you usually have like a shitload of trolls come in here and cause problems? Or are you that inconsequential now that nobody gives a shit now?
I'm inconsequential. I just do my little Patreon show. I have so much fun, and it's great. Like I say, $5 a month. Can you imagine?
No, it's just that we've wrenched all our trolls, so you don't know they're there.
Yeah, all the trolls are all nicely wrenched. They're all doing a good job here. But anyway,
I mean, yeah.
I don't know even where to begin with it all. I mean, we've got 53 people watching. I mean, I show up once every couple of weeks to do something. It's like, I've done my bit. Have you guys talked about Trump yet today? Angelo, you got to subscribe to my new channel. It's all politics all the time. You got to check it out. I'm going to drop a link. Or did you do it? How come you're so fast with this? Like you're the best in the business. Angelo, go over there, subscribe. I'm on at 3:00 Pacific today. I don't know what the hell time. And I'm on at 12 noon most days, like Monday to Friday, with the exception of Wednesday. At 12 noon Pacific, and we do a little half-hour show. And it's a lot of fun. So a lot of Trumpy Bear talk and politics and Canada, 51st state, I'm hoping. The Golden Dome's coming. We'll talk about that later today. Anyway, things are good. Okay, and there is the link. Make sure you get over there if you're politically minded. You want to watch that, but generally you want to be more of a right wing.
I heard a side effect is violent diarrhea from going.
Violent diarrhea. Holy smokes, that would just be horrible. Especially if it trails behind you. You don't want that. And Angelo's gone subscribe. Check. Got it. Thank you.
Did you just say trails behind you?
Yes, it does. Hey, Dane, how you doing, buddy? Dane Johnson in the house.
Oh, my God.
Look, he's got a little doggy driving a little car. That's adorable, Dane.
Dane needs a wrench.
Dane needs a wrench. Hold on, Dane. I can't believe it. I haven't had to give out a wrench in 5 lifetimes. That is a moderate. The only reason we give wrenches out here is not to police the joint. It's really just so you can share a link. Some people go, oh, I got a new video and I want to do this. And so it's a good way of getting that going. So when are you heading down to LA, San Diego? When's all this happening?
A week from today, actually.
A week today. And so, Rob, this is fantastic. You got to meet PB Thal again.
We've met several times.
When you guys meet, is it like a mirror universe? Because your black hat's forward and his black hat's backwards. Like when you meet, is it just kind of like, and do you kind of do the old Harpo with Groucho where you kind of mirror each other?
Rachel, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is this stimulating questions what we can expect to get on your stupid political channel?
The political channel is fireballs, Rob. It's just filled with fire.
Here's what happens when I meet Rob. We go through the entire Marx Brothers viaduct.
Viaduct. I love that duck soup, one of the very best. I tell people.
Was that Sue doing a duck sound?
That is Sue. Sue quacking away. Animal quackers. But I tell you, Rob, I love meeting Rob because people say, is Rob like the same on TV? I go, no. He said, it's like that really does. He has fun with this. Like you're throwing a big beach ball at him on YouTube, and he bounces it around, has a good time playing around with it. But in real life, he's much more sedate, much more introspective.
But you can't walk alongside of Rob. He has to walk a few steps ahead, and he kind of
likes to walk ahead.
He doesn't. It's so hard for him to kind of put his neck down.
You know what? Because he doesn't like it. Go ahead, Rob.
And Mazzy's just as annoying in person as he is on the
Hey,
internet.
Rob, Mazzy is identical.
Mazzy's problem is trying to round up Mazzy and fucking get him to fucking go. So that's Mazzy's problem, trying to round him up, him and his buddies. Him and Dr. Robert together. Dr. Robert is like impossible to get out the door.
That would be like
I think I'm the opposite. I hate people just sitting around. Someone's got to make a decision. So I'll rally the troops and say, okay, we're going to this place to have a bite at 1. Let's get the fuck up now. I'm not just sitting around.
No, you're not sitting around, but you're everywhere. So you're like all over.
I like when you meet Rob. It's just so. Rob, how's it going? Are we going to go to the store? Are you going to go buy a record? Rob's just going, and he's just going like this, and he's just constantly.
All right. I was trying to keep this private.
All right,
but
buddy.
when I'm with Rachel and Sue, I'm going, is there an app like Uber for hitmen?
Oh my God, he's just trying to get rid of us. But we're so friendly. Like when Sue and I go out to a store, like we like to engage and talk to the salespeople and everything. And you find out so much. Yeah, and Rob was horrified because he was walking, like Patrick says, ahead of us. He stopped, turned to face and said, there's something about you two I don't like. And we went,
I found out something about you guys I actually hate.
Yeah, he used the word hate. It's a very strong word, Massey. And the word he says is hate. And he says we're a couple of sheriffs because we like to talk. And he says, are you stopping the earth from going around the orbit with all your conversation about the sales clerk's daughter or her niece, Catherine? I mean, what the hell's wrong with you people?
I totally get where Rob's coming from. It's like when I go to a record store, first thing I do is I look for new arrivals, and I ask. The only time I ask the salesperson anything is like, "Where's your new arrivals?" Okay, there it is. After that, it's like I'm done. I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to everybody.
I don't do that. We're different. Maybe it's because I may have a girl brain in this, but I go out, I talk to the cashier. I go, "How are you? Thank you so much." Oh, I go, "It's a lovely day. Have you been here long?" Oh yeah, it's okay.
Is that for your granddaughter?
Yeah, yes, I said. So it's so wonderful. Where are you from? You got an interesting eye, and you just talk and you get to know all about them, and it's fun for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, no.
And Rob doesn't like it. In fact, Rob said he used some very strong words. Hey, David Donnelly, it's good to see the gang back. Yeah, legendary talent gathered right here. Holy smokes, kids. And the beauty of doing the Patreon thing, I don't have to pester you kids for a thumbs up, or you don't have to like, you don't have to share. We don't care. You just do your thing. You make a little bit of coin doing the Patreon, and life's good. You can buy a record. You can go out. Well, boy, is that ever a thing. But, it's the ongoing cost of the hobby is outrageous, too. And it doesn't look like there's any end in sight to it, some of the prices on these things. But, you buy them for... See, I'm lucky because I've got so much room in the house, and we've kind of got room for maybe 50 more hard records. Like you've got a little more room in the jazz section over there, and you move things around, but there's room. And I got most of my Beatles just sitting above me now, which is another thing. Right here, I just reach in and grab, a Beatles record, and boom, there you go. I'm going over to see Anthony in Victoria, and he was low.
Ampy? You're going to go see Ampy? Did you say Ampy? Is that what you said?
Did I say Ampy? I'm going to see Anthony Autophilia. Anthony Autophilia, and he doesn't have a copy of Abbey Road. So
really?
I'm shocked that he doesn't have a single copy.
So you have a channel called Audiophilia for 30 years. Excuse me. You're a professional classical. You're a classical musician. You have an audiophile freaking website that you tout, and you don't have a copy of fucking Abbey Road. Really?
He doesn't have a copy of Abbey Road. Okay, so I like to do these things.
I've met him. I met him and his. I guess it was his son. Was his son with him in Seattle? His son was super cool.
I think we met him at the record show at the.
His nephew. His nephew was super. I remember him being really cool, very nice.
Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Massey, we're going to leave this for you. A final question: any ideas of the upcoming Rhino reissue announcement?
If I say this, I'm going to get a text from Rob. I just found out yesterday what they are, but I can't say anything about
You can't. You're sworn to secrecy. It's an NDA kind of situation. You can't release. PB Thaler, are you on any kind of gravy train yourself yet?
No.
I didn't get the last couple of Rhino high fives. I haven't gotten. I don't get.
I don't make videos, so nobody would want me to. Nobody would want me to do their product because all I do is live streams and auctions. So yeah.
Yeah,
I don't get everything. Here and there I get something, but not.
Yeah, because you were getting from a pretty good company, one of the big ones.
When I read, there's a contact I have at Kraft. When there's a jazz reissue, I ask.
Yeah, and Kraft is like high end. I mean, they put out good product.
Yeah, but I ask. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't.
John, people got to sleep in. I tell you, I like sleeping in. Anyway, we're going to see you back.
I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could if I wanted to. If I wanted to. If I wanted to make videos like and say, hey, here's like the new whatever,
right,
give my honest opinion, but I'm too lazy for that shit. I can't.
I can't handle it either. You're absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been here 1 hour, 30 minutes, 90 minutes, about all I like to do these days. I'm old and lazy. I'm having fun. I want to thank Massey. I want to thank PB Thaler, and of course, my beloved Wax, Rob the Wax. Everybody, be good.
So could you rank us? Could you rank us from 1 to 3 of who your favorite is? Just
easy. Yeah, easy. I could do that easily. Number 1, Massey. Number 2, Rob, and number 3, PB Thaler. It's obvious.
I've never been so insulted in my life.
This is horrible. All right, Massey. That's the final joke for the day. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in the Patreon.
I thought Rob at least would have number 1, but how the fuck did Massey get to be number 1?
Massey, because he's my family. Okay, we're cousins.
I'm a
You're cousins with everybody, allegedly. So.
Sort of. Wait a second.